All right. So first of all, that was like a really, 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 really hilarious show. This is like my first comedy show ever. So, and I grew up with you on Dave Chappelle and all that.
Ooh.
I know.
No, everybody wants to say, oh man, I remember 14 years ago, I was 3 years old. We used to watch you late at night. But I appreciate the fact that I always make fun of that but I'm happy that I've had the type of career. I've been doing it for 20 years. I had the type of career where, I got 2 generations that still rock with me. I think the ultimate compliment I ever had, there was a young lady, she was in a grocery store. She's probably like 39 or 40, and she was with her son, he's like 14 and 15, right? So she said, oh, that's the guy from Chappelle's show. He said, no, it's not, Mom. That's the guy from Geico. So for me to be able to be a part of 2 shows that were like such a big part of pop culture, I feel good about that.
Still in production, or is that?
We finished season 4 of Geico, and I think that the new season is going to come out like in either April or May.
Okay.
But the 4th season is in the can. It's going to be it's one of those shows every year. I'm like, they're not going to be doing anything to make it different and add something to it. Because I've done a lot of the talking head shows, but this one with the animation, then the field pieces, then the sketches, and then we did this video. Everybody listen, there's going to be this song called Respect the Code, and I guarantee you it's going to be an anthem on all the college campuses and all the bars and everything. Just remember, respect the code. Yeah, that's coming out. And we're waiting to see if they're going to bring Guy Court back for a 2nd season. So I'm excited about the relationship I have at MTV2 and the things I'm about to do, other stuff.
Can you explain what do you have planned in the future?
Well, actually, I don't have anything planned in the future. And I tried to allude to the fact that, look, somebody say, with the other things I'm working, I ain't doing No, I'm joking. I think they say in a business, you kind of jinx yourself when you talk about it too much. Okay. I'm saying? I just rather it just to happen than to talk about stuff. Because then when it don't happen, people are like, what happened to that show I thought you said you was going to have?
You don't want to jinx it?
Yeah. But I will say, I'm writing and I'm serious about getting a cooking show. I want a cooking show.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you like to cook? Is that
anything and everything. Just go Instagram, #Kitchen Unchained.
Kitchen Unchained?
And then somebody likes to cook when they say, you can see my work. You know what I mean? You don't say food, you can check out my work. But I don't think it's anything that I can't do. I just it's nothing better than preparing food for people getting together, breaking bread, cracking jokes, and having a good time.
Yeah. Right.
Food is the one common thing that everybody can get down with. Yeah. You don't even have to speak the person's language. If the food is good, it's all good. So I want something where I can bring some of my celebrity friends in and just kind of create the environment that, I like to do when I'm at home. My friends they come over, we have writing sessions, and we put together some ideas and we put together some food when we kick it.
So I know you've done like a little bit of movies,
Why you had to say that? That was just such a hated word. No, a little bit. I see you did your little bit of movies. I saw you on your little HBO special, your little, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've done more, more TV.
I am.
Yeah. And is there like a preference? Do you like doing more on stage, or are you more of a TV kind of guy?
I really like stand up more than anything. I'm in more control of that part of my career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the movie thing, it's almost like you have to wait to be validated. Somebody says, oh, you got to go through the audition process. You got to somebody's got to be like, oh, we want you for this. But with stand up, I control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I never do another film or another television show, I feel good knowing that I built enough name where I could make an honest living cracking jokes. Yeah. But I want to do more movie stuff, but I think my way with the movies is going to be me writing my own thing and doing it myself.
Okay. So does it give you like a rush when you hear the laughter of the audience?
Yeah. It's, for me, there's no greater feeling. Wait a minute, there is one feeling greater than that one, but.
Can't say that on camera.
Can't say, we just said it.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
you can't say it. But.
No, the best feeling is the feeling when you're on stage and you can have like everybody in the crowd connected, engaged on one premise, on one topic, and just taking a journey with you. Mm-hmm. But there's no greater feeling when somebody comes to me after the show. You have people that come to your show and they want to laugh, and then you have people that need it. Yeah. Like, I don't know, the last couple of weeks, I've had people come up to me like, man, I'm going to a funeral tomorrow. I just want to say I wasn't feeling good about anything. I needed that laugh. And that's the beauty of our job, when you can catch somebody at the right time that needs to feel good about themselves.
So I know you said you were in the Army.
Air Force.
Or the Air Force.
I saw you in your little military with your little gun. You was in there. Yeah.
Well, I know you were in the Air Force. How did you make that transition from the Air Force into just comedy?
It wasn't a planned transition. It was all by chance. When I was in the military, I was a police officer, so I was waiting to be a DC cop in DC, and I had a security job. And the people I used to work with, we used to have like employee night. We would go to open mic comedy on Wednesday, just as some like a camaraderie thing. And I went there and I started heckling. I was a heckler, and I was the nicest heckler ever. I was shutting professionals down. They used to come up to me like, "Yo, don't hit me with no jokes today. I'm trying to practice." But the club owner wanted me to he wanted to shut me up. They always say, "Yeah, you think you're funny from your seat? Why don't you go on stage?" I went on stage, and the rest is history. I fell in love with it.
That's good. Earlier you quoted celebrities. Do you consider yourself a celebrity?
No,
Really?
I can tell you one thing. I don't connect with my celebrity or my fame. I think that could be destructive. You know what I'm saying? Once you start calling yourself those things, you start believing, that's when everything goes crazy. You know, and my friends have to tell me, you know you're a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be the guy. Don't you know who I am? I went to a comedy club in L.A. last week, and I went in, walked straight in the club, sat down, and I was with my friends. The owner came and got me. I thought she was great, asked me if I wanted to perform. She told me I had to pay, right? I was like, I'm a comedian, right? She was like, okay, you got to pay. And I said, I'm Donnell Rawlings. And I felt so weird saying that shit, because the worst thing to do is say you somebody and they still like, okay. I paid. It was so funny. I paid the 2-drink minimum. The host from the show saw me in there, right? He wanted me to go on stage. I ripped the lady, apologized to no end. And the reason why I told you a quick story, because I never connect with the star part of it, the celebrity part, because it's something I never wanted to do this. It just happened. You know, I wanted to be an architect, but it was too much school for that. I was like, that's not going to happen. Then I was like, let me bust that down to a carpenter. I didn't really swing a nice hammer, so that didn't happen, and went to the military in some kind of way from the military. And here I'm being a comedian.
So speaking of celebrities, like, are there any celebrities that you look up to, like comedians that you kind of?
I mean, of course, every comic, some kind of way, you have to have some type of respect for Richard Pryor and what he's done, Eddie Murphy and those guys, but I never really looked up to comedians like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like who you look up to, I looked up to people like Oprah Winfrey and Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? I never really got caught up like, oh my God, one day I'm gonna be like him. You know, I respect so many comics. They have their own style, that they do their own thing that I respect like that. But I never really looked up to anybody. I'm a fan of myself.
So the success. What advice do you have for us who want to make it where you've been?
Entertainment. I always tell people, go hard or go home. You know, you have to have great work ethics. Be likable. Be humble. You got two people. You have one person, they're equally talented. One person is the one person is the person that you get along with. That's the person who get the job. And I don't know, you just go hard, son, and do what the next person won't do. If it's some people like, I wouldn't do that, and I'm not saying question your integrity or anything like that, but just do and be prepared to do what the next person won't do, and outwork people. If you read any books on people that have got to a certain point in their career, in their life, whether it's like Oprah and Warren Buffett, all of them come back to the same thing, is outwork the next person. There's a lot of people out here doing it, but a lot of people out here not doing it right and going that hard. So my philosophy, go hard or go home. Yeah.
So just a little icebreaker. A little fun fact that I read online was that you speak Korean.
안녕하세요. 한국말로 조금 내가 똑똑해 알았어. I speak a little Korean. I'm not fluent. I'm conversation level. I'm enough where if I went to Korea, you couldn't sell me some weird food, and hooker couldn't overcharge me. No, I was in the Air Force. I was stationed in Korea, so that's where I picked it up. I'm not, like I said, I'm not fluent, but I can rock out. 안녕하세요. 대가 형님 Donnell. 아이고 Dr. K too smart. 아이고 누나 탁산 이쁘다. My sister is very beautiful. I got a little stuff. Women like to be flattered with beauty comments. They don't care what like. Yeah, sugar chuman nail. Oh, she got her 감사합니다 up top. But I'm older than you, so you know you're supposed to bow down.
Oh,
yeah.
감사합니다.
That's what I want. I want a career chick, man. And nothing like chicks bowing. When last time you had somebody bow? 감사합니다. Oh, that sounds so good. Nah, but I just met these guys, and I think they got a bright future. They got the right attitude right now, and they're going to win on UTD TV.